All diseases begin in the gut. All solutions are also in the gut.
So I had a recent episode with a lot of panic attacks and anxiety episodes. Everything just settled back. So how come the gut impacts mental health?
Like you said, when you flushed out your gut, then you felt better. That's just stage 1 actually.
Eating right changed everything for me. Hi guys, today we're having a conversation with Payal Kothari, the founder of INUN Nutrition School and Gut Avatar, and of course, the author of the book, The Gut. She is the specialist who will guide us through all of the simple, small problems that we are facing and ranging to the big challenges in life today, all related to our gut, from hormonal imbalance to digestive issues. I think it's become one of the most common challenges in health. Food cravings, to weight gain, to even, I think, mood, right? And mental health. I think gut plays the most important role in actually supplementing good health. So here we are with Payal Kothari trying to understand how can we change this for ourselves and for the generation to come. Hi Payal, thank you for joining me in this conversation today.
Hi Ruchira, thank you so much for having me. Yeah.
Payal, why this sudden conversation about gut? You know, suddenly it's like all over gut health. This is good for the gut, this is not. These supplements are needed. But this whole conversation about gut was non-existent 3 years ago, I think. But suddenly it's popping up everywhere. Why?
Yeah. So basically, it's trending now because modern science is actually, we've got more data about it. But otherwise, ancient Ayurveda to always said that all diseases begin in the gut. You know, when we used to go to an Ayurvedic practitioner, Ruchira, वैद्य जी हमारी नाड़ी देख के बोलते थे कि बेटा पेट खराब है तो सब खराब है. So similarly now we've got a modern name to it, like an English biological name to it, which is called the gut. So I think it's a rediscovery of our anatomy of our body, which actually is in charge of everything, from simple illnesses to chronic illnesses, from your hair, skin, eyesight, menopause, PCOD, Ruchira, name it. And it's all diseases begin in the gut. But I always continue and make it positive that all solutions are also in the gut.
That's a beautiful way of putting it.
Yeah.
So I had a recent episode with a lot of panic attacks and anxiety episodes.
Okay.
And of course, the correlation came down to gut.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and everybody actually suggested clean up your gut and this will settle. Clean up your gut and settle. And actually, as soon as I switched, I started eating what I felt was right for my body, everything just settled back.
Wow. So all you have a live example. Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, I'm just validating what you're saying.
Yeah.
I've recently experienced this.
Yeah.
And then become quite severe that I had to go to a doctor and take an anti-anxiety for a period of time. But of course, that's not the way to live.
Yes. It's a very temporary fix.
Yeah. So how come the gut impacts mental health?
So we have a gut-brain axis. Like the gut and brain, there is a bidirectional pathway, like a highway, you know, a two-way connection. And our body's largest nerve, the vagus nerve, starts from the back of your head till your anus, till the tailbone. And that vagus nerve actually governs the gut-brain axis. So if Ruchira, if you're having any kind of mental breakdown or anxiety or you're anxious, then the gut is going to suffer. And if your gut is also toxic, or if you're eating a lot of processed food, then your brain is going to get attacked in the same manner. So the gut-brain axis actually plays such a huge role when a person has anxiety. You know, today's generation has a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
A lot of anxiety because everything is so quick and everything is so, they want instant gratification. Fatafat chahiye. So the patience level has become very short. So in that chase of instant gratification, they're missing what they're eating, they're missing their mindful practices, they're missing their workout. So all that put together, the gut-brain axis gets affected. It's called the GBA, gut-brain axis.
GBA.
GBA.
So all the instant solutions, instant decision making,
Instant noodles are the cause of this anxiety and the cause of your gut being disrupted. Like you said, when you flushed out your gut, you flushed out the toxins, you flushed out all the chemicals, then you felt better. That's just stage one, actually. That's step one.
Okay.
After that is you need to re-inoculate your gut, which I'll come to later, of course. How do we re-inoculate the gut bacteria that has been destroyed completely?
No, tell me now, how do you
All right.
inoculate
All
that
right, great.
bacteria?
So I do a 4-step gut reset. So step one is reduce or completely remove all gut disruptors. तो अगर आप noodles खा रहे हो, आप ice creams खा रहे हो, आप chocolates खा रहे हो, processed food खा रहे हो, instant food खा रहे हो, food chains, if you're drinking a lot of coffees, lot of sugar, that's a gut disruptor. So remove or reduce.
Okay.
That's the first R. Also reduce stress, because our gut microbiome is very sensitive. It's very sophisticated, but it's also very sensitive.
Okay.
So we need to reduce stress, and we have, our yoga practice. Instantly, if you're stressed out on a scale of 0 to 10, if you're at 8, 9, very stressed, immediately do some meditation, immediately do some Anulom Vilom, immediately do some Kapal Bhati, or, just move your physiology, psychology will shift. So reduce stress. That's the first R. Reduce medication as well. I'm not saying reduce your diabetes ka dawai, blood pressure ka chhod do. Payal ne bola reduce medication to chhod do. No, I'll be in trouble. But reduce off-the-counter medication, antacids vagera that we take. And unnecessary supplements that people are taking. So number 1 R is
I
reduce.
have that very big question for you on supplements.
Yeah, sure, I'm sure, because it's such a huge topic.
Yeah.
So number 1 R is reduce. Number 2 is redesign. Let's redesign our gut microbiome. So from a desert, like a Rajasthan ka ran, not an ice cream desert, from a Rajasthan ka ran desert, move it to a rainforest.
Okay.
Make it a rainforest. So how do you redesign that? By eating a rainbow, by eating resistant starch, by eating fiber, by eating natural farm to table foods, drinking enough water, removing processed food completely. So that's second, redesign. The third is recharge. Our gut is also a muscle. हम भूल जाते हैं. We think muscle is only bicep. And we're only pumping bicep and chest and back and glutes. But we forget hamari intestines, which is the gut, which is the small and large intestine, is also a muscle. वो lose हो गई है, ढीली हो गई है because of pregnancy, because of, sitting, constantly sitting, not working the core, a sedentary lifestyle. So we need to recharge it.
Okay.
So that, your muscle again becomes nice and firm, and you can hold the stool, bind it, you can digest the fiber, you can produce some good digestive enzymes, etc., etc. And the fourth one is re-inoculate, which I spoke about, is you re-inoculate it with probiotics. Not a supplement, natural fermentation. Chash, kanji, dahi, kefir, pickles, so many, idli dosa batter, which is fermented. Dhokla, which we Gujaratis eat a lot, white dhokla, khaman dhokla, all those are fermented. I also, ask my clients to do a lot of rice kanji. So overnight cooked rice ka kanji, and it's working like magic. It's magical. So these are the 4 R's that I usually help my clients with.
Right.
Yeah.
So you highlighted in the middle of this that exercise plays a role as well. So today I'm understanding the exercise actually plays a role of building the muscle around the gut.
The gut itself is a muscle. The gut
itself is a muscle.
See,
okay.
The gut, for people who don't know what is the gut, or it's basically the large intestine. Because pura game hai na, large intestine mein ho raha hai. Your gut microbiome is in the large intestine. The small intestine also plays a huge role in absorbing the nutrients that you've eaten, but the main gut is the large intestine.
Okay.
Yeah, where we have millions and trillions of these workers, gut microbiome, jisko hum bolte hain. So they are the workers, the domestic helpers, or our staff, or, who keeps things together. So they are all there. So that's why it's so important. And that itself, the intestine itself is made of muscle.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we work out, when we use our core, when we do yoga, why do you think yoga is so good for your gut health? Because जब हम योगा करते हैं, कैसे कपड़े निचोड़ते हैं? Yoga nichodifies the intestines.
Ah.
You're getting me? When we do twisting, when we do camel, when we do forward bend, when we do Surya Namaskar, when we do pranayam, I mean, name it. Any pose you see of yoga, Ruchira, and it will like nichodo your intestines. That will detoxify your entire body. जिनको constipation है, जिनको diarrhea है, जिनको IBS है, जिनको IBD है, जिनको anxiety है, जिनको सर्दी खांसी है, जिनको phlegm है, acidity है, bloating, your one-step solution is begin with yoga.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? The trend is India mein nobody bothers about yoga. But when the Western world will do it, people will say, oh, hum yoga karenge. All the foreigners go to, where do they go? Rishikesh. And it's such a huge hub for yoga. And we people in Rishikesh are doing faffing around and drinking coffees. But the, Western world or foreigners come and do yoga for so many hours. So we need to, like how gut has come back, yoga has also come back, but yoga has come back in a way to just lose weight. People feel कि weight loss के लिए है, but no, actually yoga is a means to just meditation. The asanas are just the beginning. Eventually yoga is all about your mind and how to manage stress.
That's true.
Yeah.
How does diet impact the gut? Now, when I say diet, I have two aspects to this. One is a healthy diet, clean diet.
Yeah.
And second is all of these diet trends, because today we see everybody's trying to look lean.
Yeah.
And in trying to be lean, there's lots of crash dieting. There's depriving ourselves of some basic food elements.
Yeah.
Like I think most of my friends don't eat any carbs. I think for years they have not eaten.
Wow.
And yet
How
they
they
have...
survive it?
I don't know. I haven't eaten.
I'm a wreck. Like, I'm a wreck without carbs. I need my carbs.
Yeah, but they yet have a lot of anxiety issues. They yet have constipation.
Yeah.
Yet have, lot of issues.
Yes.
So what is exactly happening? So if you eat, you might get constipation. But if you don't eat also, you get constipation?
Yeah, because they have disrupted the imbalance. Carbs, जो complex carbs hai, it has multiple strains of bacteria.
What do you mean by complex carbs?
Complex carbs means, let's say, compare a white bread to a multigrain bread. Compare a cheese sandwich to a vegetable sandwich. तो हमने simple carb को complex कर दिया.
Okay.
Right? So let's say aloo. Aloo is a nice, simple to complex carb. उसमें आलू पालक बना दो तो उसको हमने complex कर दिया.
Okay.
Right? So simple carbs are, because they spike blood sugar levels and they have more calories. But if हम उसको complex बना देंगे, then it's great. And these complex carbs, Ruchira, let's say dal. Let's take a dal. It's a beautiful complex carb with different strains of bacteria. Masoor dal, tuar dal, छिलके वाली मूंग dal, yellow dal, urad dal. All these dals have different bacterial strains. अगर आप दाल सोचोगे कि दाल कार्ब है, मैं नहीं खाऊंगी या खाऊंगा, you deprive yourself of all these strains of bacteria. So beans, legumes, lentils, even wheat, khapli atta is great. जिसका husk है, which is minimally processed. All these carbs are amazing because they have these strains of bacteria. और अगर आप नहीं खाओगे तो you create an imbalance, a dysbiosis. And that's why then constipation, or that's why anxiety, that's why people don't even build muscle. अगर आप ठीक से carb नहीं खाओगे, muscle भी नहीं बनेगा.
Okay.
And you'll have to be dependent on only supplements. But if you have a wholesome plate of complex carbs, proteins, fibers, and fats, it's a very wholesome, holistic meal, which is great for your gut. So that is that re-inoculation that we need, redesigning the gut microbiome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're saying a whole plate, that, I mean, I'm considering that you're talking about the Indian thali of dal sabzi,
any
roti.
traditional thali. You take a Moroccan thali, you take a Thai, take an Indian, take a Western thali, which are not fast food, basically. Take a South Indian thali, amazing. amazing South Indian
So
thali.
that
North
has
Indian,
everything.
it has everything from pickle to papad to dahi to sabzi to kadhi to dal to roti to puri, falka, everything. Everything. So if you have a beautiful thali, yeah.
And what would you say about all this trend of, altering the dishes? Like, we've all tried to make everything extra healthy.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
we messed up our gut
I
by
think we
trying to
have.
do that?
I think we have. I think we
Mm.
have. Because not every substitute you put in is healthy, right? Healthy is very relative. For me, healthy is something else, and for you, healthy is something else, right?
Right.
You might say, let's say, for example, what example can I think of? A coffee is healthy. I'll also say coffee is healthy, but which coffee are you drinking? What's the source of that coffee? How are you drinking that coffee? When are you drinking that coffee? How much of that coffee are you drinking?
Everything changed.
Everything changes about that amazing coffee.
So my realization file has been that I have been a very mindful eater for so many years,
Yeah.
but yet I faced that current issue that I faced. Of course, it was also correlated to a lot of workload and stress and stuff like that. But I have come to a realization that I think I did too much substitution.
Ah, okay.
And I then just simply went back to my food
Your
that
roots.
I ate as a kid.
Yes, your roots.
So, if someone had told me don't eat dairy, I'd stopped eating dahi.
Yeah.
But then actually I have always eaten dahi as a kid.
Yeah.
So when this episode happened, I just went back to eating dahi.
How did you feel?
I'm feeling fine. I feel great.
Yeah.
Maybe I've still not lost my extra weight or something, but
yeah.
I feel great internally. I have the energy which I had
Yeah.
lost. I have the spirit. I have rebuilt my confidence.
Yeah. Yeah,
So a
that's
lot has come
reflecting
back.
also on
Yeah.
your skin health and your hair health and your confidence
Yeah.
and your vibe. It's coming across, Ruchira, that
Yeah.
you're feeling much better.
Yeah, I am in charge now. Like, I'm not, I
Lovely.
don't even know where that supplement would be, where the doctor said keep it as an SOS routine,
Yeah.
But I think definitely I had made that error of trying to make everything healthy.
Yeah.
And trying to not use a certain grain and switch everything to nachni and
Yeah.
switch everything to baked and
No, that
everything
doesn't
to
work.
yeah.
In fact, I have seen a lot of my clients who go healthy. Previously, before they would come to me, they would just put on weight with healthy food. Because as I mentioned, it's very relative. Aapka healthy, mera healthy, unka healthy, sab alag hai.
Yeah.
Right? Second, when we think it's healthy, hum zyada kha lete hain. But healthy also has calories. Or healthy ke naam pe, we do a lot of elimination of the good things.
Yeah, I think elimination is a big thing. Yeah.
Yes. So that I think people are making a very, 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 very large mistake of.
Yeah.
And हमारा gut इतना strong होना चाहिए रुचिरा कि हम कुछ भी पचा सके. You can digest even a stone. We need to build our gut like that. It should be that strong कि अगर पत्थर भी आ गया ना तो वो खा के पच के निकल जाएगा. But current situation is just the opposite. People are not able to
how to
digest.
make that strong gut.
It's simple, by going back to your roots, by eating consciously, by eating ghar ka khana and a variety of foods, like try to incorporate. Let's say if your family loves paratha and roti. See, all Gujarati, Marwadi, Punjabi, they will love our roti, thepla, paratha, bhakri, right? So what I try to do is I'll use different varieties of grains or millets. We love millets. And वो millet में मैं beetroot डाल दूंगी तो beetroot की रोटी बन जाती है. अभी seasonal है तो मेथी, सुआ भाजी, पालक, all these खट्टा भाजी. So उसका पराठा बना दो. Soup में डाल दो. Even our soup is constantly different. Sometimes I'll do a broccoli drumstick soup, a lentil spinach soup, a pumpkin carrot soup. We'll keep doing a lot of colors and rainbow on our plate. So we get the variety of bacterial strains. And we eat at home most of the times. We cook, we love to cook. I lived in Hong Kong for 20 years, so I've cooked.
Wow.
Yeah, and I love cooking. I love experimenting with new things. And I love my fat. तो अच्छा वाला fat भी डाल दिया अगर, like ghee डाल दिया, olive oil डाल दिया, sometimes sesame oil, coconut oil, ये सब olive oil. And then just make your dishes as per that. Yeah.
How do we keep our children away from falling victim to a weak gut.
Yeah.
Especially because today's influence on them is Western foods are very good, right? They are like cooler.
Yeah.
A treat is a pizza, not a dal bati.
No. I don't think they know dal bati also.
So
For dal bati, what?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we've really made everything that comes from a different country much cooler, whether
Yeah.
it's a falafel or a pizza,
Yeah.
whether it's, those French fries in a cup.
Yeah, the peri-peri fries, the truffle fries. Yeah.
And as they come into that adolescent phase, they're also looking at having more of this kind of
Yeah,
junk.
they crave it also.
Crave.
Yeah.
So how do we prevent our children from falling victim?
Yeah.
Does their body really need that kind of spice and junk? Because they're almost like, we really need to eat this. Like, we're not
Yeah.
feeling satisfied with
Yeah.
what you're serving.
Yeah. I think fundamentally that problem arises from the mom. Sorry, mums. But because gut bacteria comes from the mom.
Okay.
Yeah. So if, let's say, Ruchira, you had poor digestion and you don't have the multiple strains of bacteria, then your kids will also have the same. So it comes from the mom, number one. Even if you've done a C-section, you've not done a natural childbirth. You know, when the baby comes out from the vaginal canal, the baby's mouth is open and it takes bacteria from the vaginal canal also. When you breastfeed, you're also giving out, different kind of bacterial strains when you're breastfeeding. So it's the mum. So blame the mum for everything as usual.
We'll edit this. Mums are great.
Okay. And second is they have a deprivation of nutrients, the kids.
Why
Because
is that?
look at our food. Look at the way food has changed. Everything about what we eat has changed. Our produce has changed. Our soil has changed, with the fertilizers, herbicides, etc. Everything's changed. तो हमारे बच्चों को और हमें वो nutrients ही नहीं मिल रहे. And when you're nutrient deficient, that happened to me when I was a kid. I was nutrient deficient. मुझे TB हो गया था, tuberculosis. तो 1.5 साल तक I took a lot of antibiotics. It saved me. It was a bittersweet journey, but it disrupted all the bacteria, the antibiotics. So I was nutrient deficient. And when puberty hit, I started craving a lot of salt and a lot of sugar. Not realizing I needed nutrients. So I started reaching out to sugar. Like मैं kitchen में जाके चुपके से sugar खा लेती थी. It was so bad. The craving was like a drug. Like if I didn't have that sugar, I would be depressed. And salty things, pani puri, sev puri, bhel, Bombay, whatever you get, being a vegetarian, everything was like only these things. And I gained like 20-25 kilos just by doing this. So I was nutrient deficient. So look for your kids' nutrients. So do their blood work, do their B12, D3, iron, hemoglobin, calcium, sab kara lo, and then make a chart of which foods can give my child calcium, white and black sesame seeds, banana, spinach, drumsticks, which food can give my child D3. So D3 ke liye you'll have to take natural sunlight, right?
Yes.
And you'll probably have to eat like walnuts are good omega-3 ke liye. So try to create a chart where you can understand that I can give my kids this. Once you build a base consistently, the cravings will come down. Plus, that's number 2, right? Number 1 was mom. Number 2 is our food has changed. So try to do that. They're nutrient deficient. Number 3, I would say, is the availability and accessibility of the food chains. I mean, the accessibility has also become so easily available of the junk food.
Yeah.
So then one doesn't know. The best choice I would do is an idli. You can't go wrong with a steamed idli.
Okay.
But that's me being me, right? But our kids are always going to reach out to these expensive processed fast food chains. So that is a big problem of availability and accessibility. Also, our food apps. It's become so easy, Ruchira, for my son or my daughter or for anybody to just say, I'm ordering. Ghar ka khana nahi pasand hai, so let me order from these, and even they, in the name of their advertising and marketing, is healthy. I'm sorry,
Not.
but it's not, because we don't know 200-300 रुपए में what oil they're going to use, what paneer they're going to use, and you know the battle of the paneer right now.
Yeah.
Right? It's really, badly processed and fake paneer aa raha hai. So best would be the solution to all of this. Cook at home, eat at home. That's it. और घर पे भी खाना है, और कभी भी कभी पिज्जा खाना है तो एक बार पिज्जा खा के खत्म करो. Don't try to make it super healthy that you're not even getting that satisfaction and satiety. So 7 days, 6 days eat at home, 1 day have a treat meal. और फिर वड़ा पाव खाना है, पानी पूरी खानी है, पिज्जा खाना है, बर्गर खाना है, जो खाना है खाओ, पनीर रोल खाना है, ठीक है. But 6 days at least eat at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud about this. I want to share with you that none of us in our house, so we're a family of 6,
Okay.
2 children, we don't have Swiggy, Zomato, any instant
Wow.
apps on our phone.
That's commendable.
So even I have been like, if we have to eat out, we will go out and eat.
Yes.
Make it an occasion
Yeah.
that the family sits together and eats.
Yeah.
And we're not ordering food from outside at home.
Amazing.
So that trend has never started.
Amazing.
So if at all, it must have been at some party crisis or something where we
Yeah.
had to send somebody to bring food. But it's never ever been ordered.
Fab.
So yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, I think you should write a blog on this. Write it in your parenting with purpose.
Sure.
Right, yeah, write
Yeah.
it there. Yeah.
So when you said it, I felt that little pride.
That's amazing.
Hey,
of
you've
course.
been able
yeah,
to conquer
yeah,
this
that's
so far.
Great. Yeah.
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 And fortunately, these kids eat everything. So for my kids, gatta
Lovely.
chawal, pulao,
Yeah.
and dal bati is the real treat.
Yum.
We have tried to healthify the food, but
Yeah.
yes, we also know that kids go out so much nowadays, right? Like there's so many birthday parties. How many invitations do they get today? I sometimes feel
Their
like calendar
social
so
life is
full.
more hectic than ours.
Yeah.
I feel mine is like dead,
Yeah,
but theirs is like rocking. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But I think that's the reason for us it became a very close cause to at least be mindful at home and help them as much as we can.
Lovely.
That actually takes me to the kids question, because as a parent educator, for me, this
Yeah.
conversation is even more precious.
Sure.
And my purpose has been to kind of bring awareness to parents and children alike. So do children really suffer from gut disorders? Because we also believe that children can digest everything.
No, not really. In fact, most kids I know suffer from gut-related issues because all the mums are calling and saying, what do we do? Which product of yours can we give? So I also do Gut Avatar products.
Okay.
So the jadi booties which made me healthy and better, my mom and me make that. The formulation is under Gut Avatar. So we have children's dose, adult dose, and most of the kids have gut issues. They don't understand it's a gut issue, but actually it's a gut issue. So agar आई नंबर बढ़ रहा है, हाइट नहीं बढ़ रही है, पिंपल्स बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं, कॉन्स्टिपेशन है, 3-4 दिन तक पॉटी नहीं जाते हैं, stomach is hurting, every night they're complaining, पेट दुख रहा है. So it is actually a gut issue only. So kids are suffering from, you won't believe it, they're suffering also from psoriasis, eczema, pimples, cystic pimples and acne, hair loss.
Hair loss?
Yeah, kids have so much hair loss, graying of the hair.
Oh God.
Yeah. Obesity though is a #1 situation in India right now. Like I'm seeing, it's an occupational hazard, right, Ruchira? That when I see a person, automatically ek mera wo, I'm not judging, but wo pata chal jata hai ke this kid is, this
Of
kid
course.
needs help.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing that more and more now in the elevators, in school. I'm a consultant at the American School of Bombay. I go to different schools, like how even you would go, for your parenting with purpose. I'm just saying that either kids are very fit or they're not fit at all.
Yeah.
It's become like a too extreme.
True.
Superbly obsessed with it, like protein shakes and workout and go to the gym every day, and otherwise nothing. So this extreme,
Both is
is
not
also not good. So we need that balance, and we need more parents like you and, coaches like you to talk about this.
So yeah, I had a case actually. There's one mom who was put her very young child, some, I think 18 or 20-month child on high protein diet.
No.
I was like,
You're talking about 18 months.
yeah. I was like, this child needs food. That's why the child couldn't poop, was crying all the time,
Oh my God.
couldn't sleep. And she was super distressed, the mother. But I was like, you've got the fundamental thing as food wrong. You just
Yes.
have to give this child normal khana.
Yeah,
dal, roti,
normal
sabzi.
khana, semi-solid.
Yeah.
Khichdi and ghee, yaar.
Exactly.
And fruits, stewed apple and poached pear, जो हम खा के बड़े हुए ना.
Correct.
शीरा, मूंग की दाल का शीरा, हलवा, roti, dal, चूर के. I would love that. If somebody gave me that today, I would eat it happily. What rubbish, high protein diet? No.
But this is it, because we all are, how would you say, half-cooked knowledge is always bad.
Yes.
So that's what's happening with everyone. We know protein diet is good, so everybody is on protein diet, including the kids.
And that mom thinks she's being very smart and, but actually she's messing up the child's gut from 2 years already.
Yeah.
So the child's going to suffer.
Yeah.
It's very sad. It's very sad.
Yeah, so it's lack of awareness, I think, that is really
It's also keeping up with the Joneses. Like, Ruchira, if my best friend and my neighbor's doing collagen, I'll also do it.
Yeah.
Just keeping up with the Joneses when you're playing Mahjong. I don't know if you're playing Mahjong.
I am,
Yeah, so when you're playing Mahjong, your people are talking about this supplement, that supplement, and I'm just quiet. I don't want to, if I'm not asked or I'm not in my clinic, I don't talk about any of this. But I just feel that women and even guys are just constantly trying to keep up with the Joneses. And if wo collagen kar rahi hai, to, bhai, I'm 32 and you're not giving me collagen. I'm like, darling, you don't need collagen. आप protein खाओगे तो आपका collagen बन जाएगा. So, I need to, as you said, education and half-cooked knowledge, half-baked knowledge is spoiling everything.
We have lots of Instagram educators.
Oh my God. No, we need to, literally, they need to filter out these things really well, because it's so conflicting.
Yeah.
Tomorrow that influencer is going to say ghee acha hai. Next week that influencer will say ghee acha nahi hai, avocado oil acha hai. Then they'll say truffle oil acha hai. Then they'll say coconut oil acha hai. So people are just so confused. You won't believe it, Ruchira. My clients keep sharing Instagram reels about, can I take this? Can I take this?
Yeah.
And all I say is a big capital no. And then they tell me everything you say no. I'm like, yeah, you're going to thank me later.
Yeah.
I'll say yes only for something that's making sense.
Yeah.
Right? And these clients I have over the last 10, 15 years, yeah. So I tell them कि मैंने ठीक से रखा है ना आपको. They're like, nahi, but can we add this? I'm like, no.
But it is true. It actually tends to catch up with you. Because when you're sitting in the middle of a crowd and they're all talking about it, the influence is so strong.
Yeah.
Because I think it's out of laziness that I don't want to get into the supplement trap. Because I won't be able to cope with ordering from the US and order from UK this one.
Yeah.
And this particular mix has to go with that.
Chalo, one advantage of being lazy.
Like, I cannot do all of this. I have too much work.
One benefit of being lazy.
So yeah, but it does, it plays with your mind that I hope you're not getting left out of
Even probiotic, they think probiotic lene se sab theek ho jayega, but actually no, it causes more gas. Because as I said, your gut is like a desert. Run hai.
Yeah.
Your gut is not fertile only. There's no ecosystem. और उसके ऊपर आप probiotic डालोगे तो और gas होगा, और constipation होगा, So you need to understand first, build the rainforest, then take a probiotic. तब जाके आपको उसका कुछ फायदा मिलेगा.
Right.
Yeah. So supplementation, I mean, it's a huge, huge concern for today.
Of course, yeah, totally. Coming back to the kids, we said they have the issues. We are all seeing it. We're seeing that food is an influence. So what is the right food to offer at what age? How do we define that? Because as they come into that little older category, they want more spicy, they want more chatpata, they're looking for different things.
Yeah.
Can I do something from their younger years that can prevent this craving completely?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's also very bio-individual, right? Your child gut microbiome is different. My child's gut microbiome consistency is different. So it's very bio-individual.
Okay.
So for a regular person to understand bio-individual means सबका fingerprints अलग है,
हाँ.
सबका body type, DNA, genetics अलग है, right?
And you
So-
said it depends on the mother.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It depends a lot on the mother. And then there's epigenetics. आप क्या खाते हो, क्या देखते हो, you know, what are you watching? So fundamentally, if you want to keep a child's gut health good, go back to basics. Try to eat what are grandmoms, nani maa ke nuske, dadi maa ke nuske, do all of that. Like for example, let's say when my daughter had a tummy ache, I called up my dadi, we used to call her Ba, and I said, Ba, enu pet bohu dukhe che. Like, what do I do? And Mishka would be screaming on top of her lungs, and we were like all panicking, first child in my family, you know, and we were like, kya hua isko? And she was constipated. So she said, hing and ghee, warm karo, belly button में 2 drop डालो और आजू बाजू मसाज करो. That's all she told me to do, and we did that regularly for Mishu, and she was fine. So these nuskas, call up your dadi ma's, nani ma's, call up your bua, chachi, mami, whoever have grown up like this, and build the child's food pattern also like that. Also, Ruchita, let's say if some child wants to explore the palate, कि मुझे spicy चाहिए, मुझे खट्टा चाहिए, मुझे salty चाहिए, नमकीन चाहिए, go ahead, do it. Do not restrict that child. घर का खाना उसको जो भी खाना है, तीखा, मिर्ची का भजिया, मेथी का गोटा, वड़ा पाव, जो खाना है घर पे बना के, give it to them.
Okay.
So that will also give them a sense that this is good food, even though it's not so-called healthy. It's all carbs, but yet it's ghar ka khana. So let them explore their palate. Let them explore what they want to eat. I've noticed moms these days are not giving no sugar, no salt for 3-4 years. Yeah. I mean, I don't see what advantage that has. I've not seen any child who's not had sugar for 3-4 years or not had salt, uska koi benefit wo child ko mila ho. I've not seen any survey or data on it, nor have I seen my clients. If there is, do share it with me. But I don't see this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, many moms are also going vegan. No ghee, no butter, no cheese, no dairy, no paneer. Fair enough if you're doing veganism for your love for animals, and that's great. You know, for cruelty towards animals, that's great. But you do get vegan, you do get, what is that called? Cruelty-free milk, where the cows are still in the sheds listening to Gayatri Mantra and, you know, giving the milk. Aisa sab hai. I've been personally to these farms and they're good. So a little bit of ghee, I think, is very important for gut health. I'm not saying dairy, that's fine. Milk, yogurt, paneer, aap chhod sakte ho. But ghee, if you can, one thing, if you can, it's very important for brain health and it's very important for gut health as well. And if you're completely vegan, I get it, I respect that. Then choose your healthy fat like a coconut oil, you know, a little bit of avocado, nuts. Then all that is also great.
Right.
Yeah, but allow the child to explore flavors and explore textures from the very beginning. Like carrot de do chote bacche ko, you know, give them, let them play with broccoli, let them play with matar, leave them. Unfortunately, today's kids are hanging a lot more with nannies than the family. So nanny kya sikhayegi yaar Ruchira, you know, because they themselves, they're not equipped mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually to take care of our children. So if the mom and allow the kids to be with grandparents, I'm seeing that even parents are not allowing kids to be with grandparents, which is so sad.
Which is so sad.
Right? It's so sad. I mean, they learn so much. I mean, this topic is so large and huge. We can go on and on.
This is a total divergence.
I
know what you're saying, because it's also a lot to do with control.
Yeah.
It's insufficiency.
Yeah.
And low self-esteem.
Yeah.
You
Also, one amazing thing, sorry to cut you, but when a dadi, nani, masi hugs, you transfer good bacteria through skin, right? And when a kiss comes on your cheek or a hug comes, you are getting their, transmitting their good bacteria as well, which is missing in today's time and age. So that's another advantage.
Yeah. Adults have stopped hugging each other.
I know, it's just air kissing, which is so unfortunate.
Yeah. And they say that every hug actually adds to your happiness factor.
Yeah, exactly. The happy hormone. oxytocin,
Yeah.
which is also produced in the gut and the brain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll be talking about that in the workshop, the happy hormones.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's true actually, because when I was researching and when I had my episode, that's why because I was trying to understand how is my gut playing a role in this,
Yeah.
you know? Why am I like feeling this unhappiness in my, I was calling it the stomach, but when actually I'm going through the stress in my head.
Yeah.
So yeah, I realized that the serotonin and oxytocin is
Yeah.
produced in the gut as well.
Yeah.
So that's how it helps.
But you're super blessed to have recognized this really fast
Yeah.
with gut health and your anxiety. Because many people don't recognize it and they don't believe it also. So, yeah.
I think fortunately I got like good friends who could guide me.
That's
They
amazing.
advised quickly.
Even your innate intuition plays a
Yeah.
very huge
It did.
role.
I think that was
Yeah.
very important because before I even went down, I had already started pointing out that something is wrong with me.
Hmm.
And I'd already started pointing out to my coach that this food is not suiting me. And my body's asking for a regular
Khana.
roti sabzi meal.
Yeah.
You know, I can't do this whole chilla salad meal
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
And I was realizing it for myself that I was
Yes.
depriving my body.
Yes.
And the minute I switched my food,
Hmm.
because I just was like, no, I'm just going to eat what I feel like eating. I'm going to just listen to me.
Your mental health got better.
I was fine. Like, in fact, that I went to a psychiatrist also, and she kept saying you need to take a serotonin tablet.
Yeah.
I did take it for a few days, but that's not me, because as a mindfulness practitioner, this is what
Yeah.
I'm teaching
Yeah,
people. And I was
true.
like,
You
I
can't be
need to find
dependent
my way
on
out of
something.
this.
Yes.
What is my way out of this?
Yeah.
And I just realized that just eating right changed everything for me.
Yeah.
Like, I was depriving myself of the roti or the chawal because carbs nahi khane or something. You know, that
Yes.
phase was going on.
Yes.
And I said, no, you know what? I don't mind being this shape,
Yeah.
but I will not be victim to
Yeah, because
a tablet.
you can get off on the fence on the other side,
Yeah.
with mental health,
Yeah.
and which is happening to most people, and they're not understanding their angers because of this.
Yeah.
Their mood swings are because of this. Their frustration is because of this.
Yeah.
You know, they're always looking dull and fatigued and tired and exhausted and sleepless, and yet they want to reach a million places with that halat. So
Yeah.
yeah, this is great. It's
True.
a beautiful journey. And, once you go through this journey, Ruchira, then you realize everybody else's journey. And that's when you can beautifully guide.
I think, yeah, you're right, because that happened simultaneously to somebody I was working with very closely. I was counseling this girl. And in fact, I was like, are you eating right?
Oh, wow.
So she's like, I'm eating this. I said, okay, just change the food to what I am eating now and let's test it. And
Yeah.
actually, it worked magically for her also.
Wow.
In fact, she lost really good weight.
That's
she's
amazing.
Back to her health. She's back to her work.
It's amazing. So you did
It
a very
was a
holistic.
huge transformation.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So great. I mean, of course. And like
Well
you're saying,
done.
food makes a huge difference. Exercise, I learned earlier, that makes a huge
Oh my
difference.
God.
Yoga is a huge contributor.
Yeah, I love
How do you make
yoga.
kids do yoga? Because they don't want to do yoga.
I'll make it fun. Make it a little more fun. Call it different names like bunny hopping and just make it fun. There are a lot of ways to get kids to do yoga. My parents, I was so lucky. My mom made the three of us do yoga when we were 5, 8, and 11. And since then, we're all doing yoga.
Wow.
Yeah. So, old habits die hard, as you say, and you come back to it. You come full circle.
Right.
Beech mein kabhi chhoot jata hai.
Right.
But even in Hong Kong, I did yoga.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fab.
Yeah.
So this is my last question, and it's a big one.
Okay.
So we did talk about supplements briefly
Yeah.
in the middle. Is there anything that we should actually take? There is another catch to supplements. I've heard that if you take a certain type of probiotic or something for your gut, then you're overpopulating your gut with a particular bacteria. Even that's bad.
Yeah.
So how do I know what's needed for me?
Yeah.
What's enough for me? And at some point, do kids also need these supplements?
Okay. Great question, because everything is so trending. And Instagram or any social media platform, you're just seeing supplements, right? And my recommendation is, first, everybody should do their blood work. A. B, meet a functional nutritionist or a gut health specialist. Like, I'm not saying me, anybody who understands your red flags. Let's say, Ruchira, you came to me and you gave me red flags. But my poop is this or it's not that. I need to understand whether you need that kind of a probiotic or not, right? Thirdly, you can also do a few tests, but those tests are not enough.
Okay.
Once you do a gut microbiome test, after that, what foods to eat, what combinations to eat, all that is very more data driven. And then they'll just give you, ye supplement le lo, ye probiotic le lo, and pack you off. But again, that doesn't work because all of them come back to me saying we tried everything and we're still constipated, or we have IBS, or we're still miserable.
Yeah.
So all this is on the periphery, but main core is get your food in place. From farm to table, ghar ka khana khao. Red flags, as I said, how is your child or you or your spouse or your senior citizens, how are your in-laws, your parents, how are they looking? You should immediately be able to tell mom, you may have this deficiency, like baal bahut jhad rahe hain, B12 deficiency, D3 deficiency, biotin deficiency, iron deficiency. So try and bring all these foods into there, like I make this amazing juice if you want to make this for your family and see how you feel. So I use celery, mint, coriander, curry leaves, celery, mint, coriander, curry leaves, neem patta, and wheatgrass.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and amla if it's in season, okay, and amba halad if it's in season. So these are 8 things. Put these 8 things together in small micro doses with 100 ml water. Blend. If you're giving it to a kid, strain it because they're going to, fiber hai to gag karenge. But for an adult, try to give it as is. Every single day, start with 50 ml, then move to 100 ml, and you'll see a huge difference. Wheatgrass, great for iron. Your hemoglobin's going to shoot up. Kari patta, great for hair. Neem, great as a detoxifier, lymphatic system. Celery is great for gut health. It's amazing. Mint, coriander, I can go on and on about mint coriander because I feel like pani puri ka pani mein pee rahi hu. Itna acha. And then put little neembu, little salt, and everybody is going off even iodized salt, but they're not realizing we need that. It's very important for our thyroid. Iodine is so important. And when you take iodized salt completely out, you're going to have a lot of issues, including dropping sodium, which is going to give you mental health issues. It's also not good for your nervous system.
Okay.
Yeah. So B12 deficiency hai, so you may have to take a supplement. D3 deficiency hai, then you have to take a supplement, and then you need to minimize the dose. But everything else ke liye, you have food. Like sattu laddus, we do sattu laddus with flaxseed, jaggery, ghee, good. Like even I give my clients chana and good. Travel with chana and good. You're an athlete. Chana and good kha lo, chaash uske saath, so it's a good combo of prebiotic, probiotic, right? So there's so many things you can do from your own kitchen. You don't need to take any supplement unless and until you're really malnourished and your nutritionist or your doctor advises कि खाने के साथ खिचड़ी और सूप के साथ आपको ये लेना पड़ेगा iron, तो ले लो.
Right.
But I would still give an ABC juice shot with wheatgrass for iron deficiency. To finish the probiotic, if you take more of that probiotic, you're absolutely right, because you're re-inoculating only one strain of bacteria. Again, that's going to create a dysbiosis. So you need to get a good strain which has 4 or 5 different good strains of bacteria and take that probiotic if needed.
So if a child is suffering for, say, maybe has an indigestion episode or, bad stomach.
Yeah.
Are there any SOS things that you can do naturally?
Yeah. So, application of that ghee ka lep, jo bolte hai.
Yeah.
Second, you can also put an ice pack for not hot fermentation.
Yeah.
Ice pack to reduce the inflammation. And third, I would give ajwain, jeera, gud ka a herbal tea, like usko ubal ke 1 teaspoon ajwain, 1 teaspoon jeera, 1 teaspoon saunf, little bit of jaggery, usko 150 ml pani mein leke usko thoda ubaliye, make it lightish yellow and give little throughout the day, 3 times, 4 times a day, 2 tablespoons. Like when Dadi Ma would, my nani, dadi, they would give gripe water, if you've heard of that, right? It was so popular.
Yeah.
That is the same, suwa, jeera, saunf ka pani.
Right.
So ghar pe hi bana do and give it to them. Even SOS, little bit of jaggery is great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's great. Just give a little bit of jaggery and then just see that tummy is going to feel much better. And if aap ubal nahi sakte, you're working and at home, your nannies with your child, तो just say कि थोड़ा अजवाइन, सौंफ, जीरा और गुड़ का बॉल बना के उसको दे दे तुरंत ही. And just see that child will be, pacified and relaxed. Mentally also and physically also.
Oh, that's fab.
Yeah.
A lot of people have switched from jaggery to monk sugar. I really need a comment on that.
Oh my God. So see, basically jaggery and monk sugar. Jaggery has carbs. I mean, it has calories and it has its own good and bad. If you're taking a very processed jaggery, it's not good. But if you're taking a raw, natural jaggery coming from our farm, it also has its own prebiotic. It's a prebiotic, जिसको हम बोलते हैं, to re-inoculate your gut health. And calories, yes, but those are good calories. I mean, 30-40 calories में क्या फर्क पड़ता है, right? And versus monk fruit, I agree that monk fruit doesn't spike blood sugar levels as much as a sugar or a jaggery would, but monk fruit is also an extract from a tree, right? It's from a fruit, sorry. So uska jo satiety level hai, you're not going to get that. And sometimes our brain also doesn't understand कि calories किधर से आई है. It will spike blood sugar levels to an extent. So I recommend if you're doing a laddu, you're doing something else, तो उसमें jaggery डालो ना, organic अच्छा वाला
But
jaggery.
anyways, after a meal, जो हम गुड़ खाते हैं थोड़ा सा,
Exactly.
as a tradition.
Yeah, to make the body alkaline, it's amazing.
So they've started supplementing with monk fruit sugar dessert, which is anyways your blood sugar spike. because you just had a meal.
Yeah, it will spike and you're not going to get that satiety also. So if you're somebody who's obese or somebody who needs to really lose a lot of weight and then thoda bahut up 19-20, like 20% substituting 80% all of this, then I would say okay, theek hai. If the doctor's recommending aapka blood sugar, your spike, your insulin, if you have insulin resistance, if you have crazy cravings, so theek hai. If you're 100 kilos, 120 kilos, I agree. I'm okay with that. But I still, if somebody even with 100 kilos came to me, I'll say, "Aap jaggery khaiye," and you'll still lose weight and you'll have a lot of satiety. Because wo ittu se mein theek ho jayenge. You'll be happy.
Yeah.
Versus monk fruit hai, visually you're not happy, mentally you're not there, taste bhi acha nahi hai, then what's the point?
Yeah, it has a terrible aftertaste.
Yeah, exactly. What's the point?
Yeah. I could go on and on.
Yeah,
and
me
on.
too.
There is so much to learn from you. I don't think a small conversation can ever satisfy. But thank you for spending this
You're welcome.
afternoon with me and teaching me so much.
You're
I'm
most
sure
welcome.
everybody listening to this has taken back a lot.
I hope so.
I mean, lots of blessings to you for the work you're doing.
Thank you.
I think all of us need this education.
I think that keeps me going, Ruchira. The blessings and the word of mouth and my clients' feedback. They love me so much and I love them so much. I think that really keeps me going.
I can totally see why they love you so much. I love your honesty, authenticity, and simplicity. And actually, in today's time, nobody is making it simple. Everybody's trying to sell you a complex idea
Yeah.
and confusing you. So I think I received a lot of validation today for the path I am on.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, I think a lot of solutions because there's a lot of confusion from so many opinions.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Payal, for this conversation.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much for having me, Ruchira.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.